Alright, so I guess I'll count it down. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So this is Rocket Robot on Wheels for the N64. It's a collectathon style platformer, kind of like Banjo-Kazooie, but it's set in a futuristic theme park. I'll be going around collecting these tickets. They've been scattered around by one of the mascots who's trying to take over. So we're going to try and collect everything, make sure everything's good to go for opening day tomorrow. This guy's over here, his name is Tinker, he's the parks mechanic, and he's going to open up the first world for me, and he's also going to give me move upgrades later on. Now the first thing I'm going to do as soon as I enter is I'm going to try and get a text skip, which I just got. When text boxes appear, if you pause at the same frame that they appear, the game gets confused and it doesn't load the text box. So I did a little setup there. There's a little visual cue. That's another text skip telling you that you got your first token. Oh, didn't mean to move the camera there, and that screwed me up. But yeah, text skips for the most part. You just pause at the right frame. Some of them have a little bit more leeway, like that first token. You have plenty of time on that one. And each world has 12 different tickets for me to collect. One of them involves getting every single token in the world. I got bopped by the bee and that pushed me off. So this area is actually... There's a lot of puns in this game. This area is called Beware, and it's filled with bees. The first world itself is called Clowny Island, which is a play on Coney Island. And there's plenty of puns throughout. So that's my first machine part. Machine parts, there's a part of each world that is shut down right now, and I have to collect all the parts to turn it back on. And that also gives me a ticket. Collecting all the tokens in each world gives me a ticket, and then there's a bunch of like random tasks that I have to do to get tickets. In all, there's 84 tickets in the game, and I'm going to be doing things slightly out of order towards the end, but it'll eventually line up at the end there. I was a little bit early to skip this text. You have like a few frame window. And yes, I can see chat. What's up, Gig? Of course, reading chat while playing Rocket is one of the hardest things to do. Because there's so many things going on at one time. Oh, and I didn't explain the grapple mechanic. Rocket's main way of doing anything is through a grapple beam. So throughout the game, there's a lot of things that you can grapple onto, and you can grab things with the grapple beam. And now it's time to play some minigames. So this is Tic-Tac-Toe. You can cheat by hitting the hen between moves, and it confuses him. Then you got your standard Alley Cats game. Just gotta try and hit the cats quickly. The hardest one is hitting 5 blues, because you have all of them in the corners, and it's like really obnoxious. The top left one is by far the hardest one to hit. If you see there's a light in the top left corner, you can actually hit that light, and it makes hitting that top left blue really hard. Now this is Feed the Presidents. Pretty standard boardwalk game, right? Dude, he did not want to get fed at all. Oh, that was close. If I accidentally leave the loading zone there, I have to do all those mini games again before, if I don't grab the ticket. But I jump into the ticket because that skips the animation. Oh my god, dude. Got stuck under the flower. So, what I was talking about is skipping animations. As you saw right there, I jumped through the ticket, and it didn't do the animation until I landed on the ground. So, what I did in the midway there was I jumped through the ticket into the loading zone, and it skipped the animation altogether. I skipped another text box right there. This is our first vehicle of the game. It's the Dune Dog. It looks like a hot dog. It's pretty cool. It can jump. This is a booster pack. It gives me an extra health. There's, what, 8 of them in the game or something? Yeah, you start with 3. No, there's 9. You start with 3, end up with 12 at the end. And now I'm getting my first move upgrade. This is Slam. It allows me to attack and also to break open boxes. And it also allows me to do a little bit of tech. Just like I was jumping through through tickets to skip the animations by going into loading zones, I can now use Slam to cancel the animation and go into a Slam. So I just canceled the grab animation for that machine part and did Slam instead. And now, everyone's favorite parts are the ring challenges. This game is part Superman 64, part Banjo-Kazooie. So, throughout the game, each world has a ring challenge that you have to complete. Basically, it's just a time challenge. You have to get through all the rings in order. And you get a ticket at the end. Usually, you're going to be using the vehicle for that world, just as like a little bit of a challenge for that, like mastering that vehicle or whatever. But there's one you do on foot. So now it's time to race the not the hot dog car, you are the hot dog car, the corn on the cob car. So this guy is a big jerk, and he likes to cheat, or thinks that you're cheating. So if you go too far out of bounds, away from the candy corn trail, he'll be like, we have to start over. You're too far out of bounds. Also, if he gets stuck, he will be like, I'm stuck, you're cheating, you blocked me, let's start over. So basically, I knocked that rock out of the way so that he doesn't get stuck. For whatever reason, that rock is placed in the worst possible spot, and he will get stuck about 99% of the time if you don't move it. But luckily, you move it slightly out of the way, and you should be good. So Gig really just wants to talk about himself, because he has world record. So, you saw me collecting a couple of these screws earlier. I had to bring them to this console over here. Once I collect all 4 and bring them to the console, it activates, and now we're going to be able to make a roller coaster. So, we have to just make sure that the roller coaster works first. Like, it's a little tutorial teaching us how to make a roller coaster. So, just make a little kiddie roller coaster, and we don't even need to ride it. We're just going to go around and collect some stuff while it's testing. And I can do another skip here. If I land back in the console before I hit the ground, I can skip that animation. But now it's time to make like a real roller coaster. This time, you know, has some loops and stuff. Well, not really loops because you can't. I don't know. Can you actually make loops? I never actually tried. I just do this one pattern and that's about it. Because all you have to do is go through the numbers in order. But you actually have to ride it to make sure it's safe. Also, I make this one specific part just so I can get that one token. If you don't do that, you can't really get that good. Also, I found out the other day that you can actually exit early and and you won't get the ticket here. You'll have to ride it again. It's really fun. And now, I'm going to do a little thing here where I cover a text box with another text box. That allows me to skip getting the text box for collecting my first health refill, while also activating the T-Rex at the same time. And that's going to allow me to do the T-Rex one cycle, hopefully. If I move fast enough in this first part, I can get on a specific elevator cycle. Yeah, there we go. And if I didn't grab that health refill, I would have had to get the text box right there. Each token is, there's the silver is worth 1, gold is worth 5, and then purple is worth 10. There's 200 total tokens per world, including the overworld. The overworld has as much stuff as the regular worlds. So I did a little skip here. It wasn't perfect, but I skipped going back up the conveyor belt there. Now, time to worry about DK barrels. The funny thing about this game is, like, Rocket has, like, these shock absorber properties, so, like, every time that you jump, he, like, does a little bounce when you land. So you can't jump right away as soon as you land. And it makes jumping over those barrels actually kind of difficult. And then right there I collected 2 tickets at the same time, so it skips one of the animations. And that's it for the first world. Time to make our way to the second world. In order to get there, you have to have Slam, because you have to break the key out of this box to open the gate. And that's basically how the game progresses. It, like, forces you to get the next move upgrade in order to get to the next world. So we're going to be coming into Paint Misbehavin'. It's a pretty much like an ancient Roman, ancient Greek type of world. Nothing too crazy about it. You just get a hover car that shoots paint. Nothing too crazy. So I'm going to be coming over here and I'm going to be doing the first paint puzzle. There's a bunch of these orbs spinning around and I'm going to paint them the correct color. So the order is always the same. Purple, green, red, yellow, blue. And you just have to match up with the orbs that are on the ground, and they'll do like this electric thing, and once they're all together, it's one's ticket. But right here, I'm going to do a tricky jump. I'm going to exit out, and it should boost me up onto that platform. Normally, you're supposed to take a sheep and stick it onto the vines there, but I skipped that. There is a backup in case I don't like actually get the proper boost, but it's kind of weird. So I have to take this medallion piece, put it in the door. Yeah, sheep stick to walls because they have wool and it sticks to the vines or something. I don't know. This game doesn't make sense. But it's time to get double jump. Everyone, get ready to hear woohoo like a bajillion times. Like, I'm not even kidding. Every time he double jumps, he says woohoo. So, we're gonna be seeing that a lot. He's very excited to jump. Like, I'll just put it that way. Rocket likes to jump. And I'm gonna try and do the no-scope heart. Got it. Let's go 360 no-scope tree. No. Oh, man. Let's go for the 360 no-scope. So this machine part is kind of wonky. It's like slightly too high up in the air. The game kind of expects you to get out of your vehicle to grab it. But you kind of like just bounce up and you'll get it. And now I'm going to be doing a little sequence break. You're supposed to go through this temple from the bottom up, but you're able to land on top of it. And is my ride going to fall? Please fall? I want my ride to fall to the bottom so that when I exit out the front, it'll be waiting for me. But I might be just slightly too far. Oh, okay. That was kind of dumb. Sometimes Rocket just grabs onto the wrong thing for some reason. And this inside of the temple is actually on a cycle. There's this rotating statue in the middle of. Oops. Okay. I don't know what part of the cycle I'm going to be on now, but there's a rotating statue in the middle, and on the statue there's a gold token. And I want to be able to grab that token. Good, it was right there. And my ride did not cooperate, so I have to go get a new one. So coming over here, we got this guard. He's guarding a ticket. And we're gonna find a way to trick him. He doesn't know. He's kind of blind. He's wearing glasses, but he's still really blind. So as long as we color ourselves the same color as the guard uniform, he'll let us through. And I skipped text there. That's basically saying, oh wow, I didn't realize they were making guards so small. Or something like that, like, oh, I'll let you through. And here's another little skip right into the loading zone. That takes us into the second half of the world. Instead of painting stuff, we have a different vehicle over here. I'm gonna try and do a sheep throw to hit a switch under that dock. Nailed it. And this is the new vehicle for the second half of the world. It's the Finbot, which is basically a dolphin. And one interesting thing about this game is that, or about this vehicle, is that you can turn really well side to side in first-person mode, but you can't go up and down that well. But in third-person mode, you can go up and down, but you can't turn. So it's like you have to trade it off. And this is one of my favorite little skips here. You just throw a sheep into, you wedge a sheep between a column and the wall, and then just jump on the back of it to get up to that switch. For some reason, paint doesn't wash off when you're in a vehicle. It's really weird. You'll see a thing in a little bit. Also, taking damage skips the animation of collecting something, so I intentionally hit that B there. And what I was talking about, you might see, okay, it all got washed off. Sometimes when I jump into that Finbot, just the body washes off, and you keep the green head. It only happens sometimes. I'm not sure exactly what causes it. So here I'm just doing a little cleanup before I activate the machine. That raises the water level and gives us access to the aqueduct. Normally in any percent, aqueduct is the first area that you skip because it's really, really dumb. So you're gonna see a dumb area coming up very shortly. Also, where's my ride? There we go. This time we got another ring challenge, but now we got some tech because switching between third and first person, between going left and right and up and down. Ugh. I cut that turn a little too tight. Still pretty decent rings. So I'm gonna grab this ticket here, and we're gonna actually not go in the normal way. We're gonna get these tickets, these tokens right over here, and jump over into the loading zone. Now, interesting thing is I can collect things while in first person, but it's really kind of weird. You have to be aiming up in order to stay. Oop, I missed one. Where is it? There. You have to be aiming up in order to stay on the surface. So you can't see what you're collecting because Rocket's head's in the way. And now I actually have to get out of first person in order to grab that. And I'm gonna take these jumps really, 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 really safe. I'm gonna wait until that. I should probably go into third person for these. There's no reason not to. I'm gonna try and do a switch skip here, but sometimes. Okay, I didn't skip it. But sometimes you can get these tokens and then skip skip hitting the switch and then just jump up here. Of course, I missed the jump, but you can jump right up there, coming right out of the vehicle. And now it's time to skip doing the other side. So there's a couple other buttons that I have to hit to raise the water, but I can just jump right over to the other side and hopefully don't screw it up. Nice. So I came up with that little setup right there. 10 minutes before my run, just doing a little loop back to make sure that I still have momentum. Because for whatever reason, sometimes you just lose your momentum, and it makes getting that jump really, really hard. Also, getting up here can be very difficult sometimes, because you're supposed to have that middle one activated as well, so that you don't have to make that jump. Now we just have to make our way out of the aqueduct and get the last ticket here. And yeah, like Cracker Bean said, if I missed any of those gold tokens on the water pillars, it would be catastrophic, because I would actually have to leave the aqueduct completely and re-enter. And it takes quite a while to get back. I think, like, I've had runs where I've missed one and I've lost like 3 minutes because I missed it. But yeah, now that we have double jump, we can activate the next world, which is called Mind Blowing, and that's M-I-N-E, not M-I-N-D. I bet your mind is blown right now. Alright, so before I actually enter Mind Blowing, there's a little secret right at the top. There's a little like opening, and there's a hidden ticket. There's a lot of these like hidden areas hidden around the overworld, and most of them have tickets, so I just have to make sure to grab them. And it's actually faster to fall in the pit to skip the animation there than to watch the animation and leave normally. No, this isn't by the same people that make Glover. This is by the same people that made Sly Cooper. And now I'm grabbing the most broken ability in the game, the Freeze Ray. The Freeze Ray is by far the best ability in the game, and that's the entire reason I left Mind Blowing early, so that I can use it in Mind Blowing. What the Freeze Ray normally is supposed to do is just like it freezes enemies or it freezes water, but there's so many unintended side effects that it makes it 100% worth it to grab as early as possible. So remember animations after collecting tickets and machine parts? Yeah, those don't really exist anymore. Also, the mischievous mushroom likes to grab you and force you to do a Mario-style triple jump. And one of the effects that Freeze Ray has is that if you're in a mushroom or there's a marshmallow later on, after releasing the third one, if you press the Freeze Ray, you go a little bit higher. But yeah, anytime that you're grabbing something... Oop, wow. Okay, we'll do that again. So anytime that I'm grabbing a ticket or a token or a machine part, I can get those later when I come back. But yeah, anytime that I grab something that has an animation after it, I want to be in the air, and then I want to use the Freeze Ray before landing. And that skips doing the little backflip that he does. So I'll show you again over here. Okay. I didn't manage to get it off because I didn't jump Oh yeah, Tinker only spawns closest to whichever world that you were last in. So there, you saw the skip there. I'm gonna do. I'm setting up for a death warp right here. I wanted to make sure that that second cannon didn't come out, because that really screws things up. But here, I jump, I do the death warp, and I hit the switch, and I hit the ticket that's on the switch with my dead body. And that collects things. Your dead body can collect things even though it's dead. But this is the hardest ticket in the game to get. You have to bring the bomb down here, and bringing the bomb down here is really, really difficult. So I do a little setup to make sure that I'm on the the elevator cycle. And that's gonna be a problem. Oh my god, dude. Oh, these boulders, oh my god. Usually these boulders are really tame, but I guess because it's a marathon, they just all want to come after me. At least on the second pass, nothing too catastrophic happened. Oh, whoa. Hello, please get out of the way. So yeah, those boulders are interesting. They definitely have a mind of their own. And now it's time for us to make the long trek over to the minecart segment, which is the most exciting part of the run. Also, I have to do this skip again. I didn't really explain it, but this skips like a whole lot of stuff. Normally you have to go back into that other room that I was in with where I bombed the machine part out of the wall. And there's a bunch of like steps, and you take the steps, you have to bomb each of the steps, and then you can take that up to that top area, and then you can jump behind the statue, or you can just do that little jump that I did. So yeah, this is an auto-scroller, but it's interrupted by a bunch of platforming sections, so it's not like the worst auto-scroller ever, but it's still pretty bad. Also, I have no idea how these platforms make sense. They're just literally floating in air. Like, just suspended in air. They just don't make sense.
Can I have some time to plug in some incentives?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Can I have some time to plug in some incentives?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so even though today is the last day of the marathon, we still have 2 more bid wars. We got Super Metroid Save and Kill the Animals, with Kill the Animals in the lead with $50, and Save the Animals at $8.24, I'm sorry. And we got the Chrono Trigger names. You can name Chrono, Luca, Marley, Frog, Robo, and Isla. And currently, island nor Marl has a name for them, so you can donate for those as well.
So this here is an interesting little puzzle. You have to use the clown and have him grab onto the rope so it holds the door open. It's one of those things like you really don't think of using the clown on your first playthrough, but I think it's like hinted at in the there's a bunch of hints that tell you like what each ticket is composed of, but I don't remember exactly because I haven't looked at that in a while. Holy moly, I can't even I can't even grab onto the freaking lantern here. Okay. So this part is kind of scary. So exploding gems, they explode. I need to use them to open doors. I also need to take damage because I need to death warp at the end. I also have to avoid this clown while opening up these areas. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Ooh, that was pretty close. Don't want to take extra damage here. If I take too much damage, really? Oh, that was dumb. Okay, whatever. If I take too much damage, I'm just gonna take the throws here at the end safe. Basically, you can do some weird stuff. Camera? The camera is really, really bad in this one particular spot. I don't know why. But yeah, if I do this fast enough, yes, okay. I got the damage skip. So if you do it fast enough, your invincibility frames will still be going on, so that when you get hit by the second one, it doesn't actually hurt you. And here's the vehicle that everyone loves, the beam lift. You use it for about this long. And we're done. Okay, you're a jerk. I hate you. So now we're going inside the machine. This is like an actual like machine thing. Like the other ones were really just like little things. But yeah, this is like an actual like machine with like cogs and stuff. Lots of platforming. So, oh my god, I'm an idiot. Oh my god. Oh wow, how did that happen? Okay. So I guess we have some time. Rocket has one wheel. That is correct. He has one wheel, but the reason why it's called Rocket Robot on Wheels, plural, is because Rocket uses vehicles, and those have wheels. Okay. So apparently you can do this in one cycle, but I'm bad, so whatever. I usually get here past the one cycle, so we just have to wait it out. Dude, was I really beating your PB up until then? That's awesome. This is actually like going decently other than that. which is why this is going to become the worst run ever towards the end. I just feel like it's gonna fall apart. Okay. I did not wait to line up the cycles on that at all. Hello? Thank you. You're welcome. Speaking of you're welcome, make sure everyone to donate for Spike singing You're Welcome during Kingdom Hearts later today. Because he totally does not know how to sing that song. And it'll be hilarious. And if you don't know what You're Welcome is, it's from the movie Moana. And Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson sings it. So you should totally donate to make Spike sing it at some point. I know he's going to sing Africa first, but yeah, you should totally make him sing You're Welcome.
Oh my god, I just realized I skipped this one. And Castlevania Run of the Blood as well. I am sorry.
So I did a little skip right there. I grabbed the ticket that was in the wall there by using the freeze ray. And okay, cool. Normally you're supposed to break open that wall, but you can skip doing that by using the freeze ray. Freeze ray is totally broken. Oh yeah, that Death Warp, I think it's relatively new. It cuts down the animation of reviving because you're like collecting the last thing. Also, freeze ray is completely broken. So you're not supposed to be able to jump on your own freeze ice platforms. You're supposed to like go from the edge of the water, make an ice platform, jump on it, make another ice platform, jump on it, make another ice platform, jump on it, and then eventually make it to where you need to go. Well, you can just kind of jump on your own ice platforms whenever you want. So you could just like skip entire water puzzles and just go to the end and be like, yeah, I did it. Also, just saw the first use of the long grapple, or the grapple aim, or the long shot. Basically, it's a first-person extended grapple. And, you know, it allows you to reach some things that are far away. And we've finished the first floor. It's time to go to the second floor where we have Pyramid Scheme. No, this totally is not a scam. This is actually like a legit area. And there is actually a giant pyramid. Some cool little tech here. You jump around the corner. Skips going around the other way to get to it. Also, freeze boost. Freeze ray is completely broken. Those platforms, if you jump, if you use the freeze ray after getting boosted off of them, you go a lot higher. So you'll be seeing that a few times. And now we got more screws. These guys can be complete jerks and jump in the water. had a run the other day where this dude, not this one, but one of the other screws just jumped in the water, and then every time I tried to throw him back on the platform, he jumped in the water again, like 5 or 6 times. Like, he didn't even want to try. He was like, I want to go for a swim. So this is a dumb jump. There, I got it. It's pretty dumb. Also, this area is really, really obnoxious. Hopefully I get there in time. Oh man, dude! I don't know if you noticed, but like, it like lagged for a second, and it totally like caused me to do like a second jump. It was really weird. I hate this part. This is like the worst part of the game. Not really, but like one of the worst. At least I got the jump like first try each time. It's pretty dope. Also, anyone that's like played this game casually hates this jumping area. Don't want to fall off because then I have to do the jumping puzzle again. Like, once I grab this this booster pack over here, I'm safe. I don't have to do it again. Thank God. So, this screw right here, he's a jerk. Okay. Please don't jump back. He's gonna jump back. He's doing it, dude. Okay. Okay. He wasn't a jerk, a complete jerk. No! Dude, he jumped back in the water. He was like, yeah, I love water. Water is my friend. Alright. Let's throw him like next to the thing so he can like land on the ground. And oh, I think I fell back in the water because of the cutscene. Yes, I did. God, I hate this stupid part. Oh my god. So, yeah, one more. We got one more. What happened to my jump? Which way do I want to go back up? That was dumb. My jump just like ate itself. It's like, nope, you're not jumping today. And this is why I hate Pyramid Scheme. It's a Pyramid Scheme. Best level in the game, by far. 100 out of 100. So I can do a thing here, hopefully, where I throw this guy and he'll land in the thing. Yeah. And then I'll get the ticket right away. Oh, okay. Didn't freeze right. Hello. Oh, so this is a puzzle? It's a puzzle. Like, I swear, it's actually a puzzle. You're supposed to skip the puzzle and just go right here. It's supposed to be one of those, like, flip puzzles where, like, you have to, like, make them all the same picture, whatnot. But yeah, you can skip that entire thing. Hello? Okay. Also, freeze boosting up here, skips coming up here legit. I already killed the bee, so I don't need to worry about it. And now it's time for the best part of the world. Oh yeah, because extended hitbox. Yeah, makes sense. So, I activate the machine, and the machine in this world lets you switch between day and night. And at night, that's when all hell breaks loose. Like, literally, this place turns to hell. And now we're gonna get chased by lava that's rising. Luckily, there's these platforms on the side of the room for us. Fun fact, I've actually missed those tokens before. I have no idea how. Because they're literally right in your way. Now we get the coolest vehicle in the game. It's a motorcycle with bat wings. How cool is that? So, the cool thing about the motorcycle with bat wings is that you can go between acceleration and gliding. So, a lot of people have trouble with it because you lose all your acceleration when you glide. And I can skip 90% of this room by just getting on that platform as it rises up. And now it's time for my favorite part of the entire run, going to get the health upgrade at night. So I need to do this like weird ride where I grab that token, and then there's this token on top of this volcano here, and I didn't get it. Okay. That's okay, because there's another vehicle right here. I can just... Woohoo! Got it. But this is the tricky part. I have to go pretty much blind up to a floating platform. Okay, got it. Sweet. Now it's time to go back to the daytime, do a little puzzle. I can do a little skip here. Let's see if I get it. No, it didn't land on the thing. Okay. Wow, that was close. But you can land on the switch and it'll skip that little animation there. It's pretty neat. But here we have a room where there's a little compass in the middle. The compass spins during the day and is still at night. So the puzzle here is to go back and forth between day and night to make sure that the compass is pointing in the correct direction. Hello? Seriously? I didn't jump off the thing. So I have to wait for it to get in position. And coming over here, I'm gonna do a little, like, boost jump. If you like jump as you hit a wall, like a sloped wall, it'll give you like a tiny bit of extra boost, and that's enough to get on top of the platform there. And now I'm going to be trying to collect these tokens backwards. Normally you're supposed to come the other way, but the way that this route is, I'm coming this way. Also, that bee is a jerk. Like, a huge jerk. Okay. Okay, that works. You can get up here, like, just barely using the long grapple. Skip's going around the normal way. And then this is what we opened up earlier, doing that little puzzle. And it's time to go back to the night. So just like every other world so far, there is a ring challenge. This time, it's with the best vehicle. Not only do I have to collect rings, I have to try and collect a token, which, oh my god, I actually did it. Like, legit, I never get both the ring and the token in the same, like, swoop. So, I'm actually, like, legit surprised. But now it's not too difficult. I just have to watch out for flying rocks. The volcanoes will hit you out of the air and ruin everything. And what I'm going to want to do is right as soon as I go through, I'm going to pull my wings back in, so that way I can make my way up here. And I'm going to do a little setup here. There's a token on the nose of this statue. And then right up here, there's another floating platform. And we're coming up on the end of this world. This is the last area. If you've played this, you know that you go back and forth a lot between day and night. This is called Restful the Ruined. And I do a freeze boost to get up to this token, so I don't have to come and do this part twice. If you don't do that, you have to do like this entire section twice, because you have to fall down once, get the tokens, and then you come back out and do it again. To get the other side. Dude, you have no idea how hard that glider section is. Like, I'm surprised that I actually nailed it. Seriously, I got bopped by the little thing there. For some reason, you don't start taking damage in the lava right away there. Don't ask me why. But now you can see we grabbed that second token, and now I'm just going to have to get the tokens on the other side, which I can do pretty easily. Also, how much HP do I have? 2. Okay. I'm also setting up for a death warp right at the end, so that's why I'm like counting my HP. Also, I gotta set up the camera right here have enough HP. I didn't get the skip there, but got everything. Quickly death warp. We're done here. Moving on to possibly the hardest world to do properly, and that's Food Fright. So Food Fright, it's kind of like the name implies, it's a combination of candy and monsters. And so I usually like to call it Halloween. That's, you know, candy monsters seems appropriate. So a lot of freeze canceling here. You can grab onto this spider leg from the edge with. Normally you're supposed to activate the machine, which moves the spider legs, which like starts activating their cycles. But you can grab it before that. Coming over here, there's a marshmallow area. Remember those mushrooms from Mind Blowing? Well, they make a return as marshmallows. Also, I need to make this jump. There we go. Okay, cool. We're actually like in decent spots this time. And now I'm going to do a thing to get on top of the cage. And I'm going to jump up here. Take this guy over to the other side. So this guy is extremely important. Where is he? Thank you. Okay. I'm using him as weight for my scale. Normally you're supposed to take a bunch of different candies to get over there and build up the scale, but the enemy is actually the exact same weight as 2 peppermint candies and 2 caramel candies. Or 1 caramel candy. Now it's time to activate the machine, which gets the spider legs going, and that's going to allow me to go up the level. The level is comprised of 3 tiers. We basically completed the bottom tier, so now it's time to go and make our way up. I can get a quick cycle if I do everything properly here. Let's see how well this goes. I think I got boosted a little too much to the left. No, quick cycle's out. So I need to get a quick turn into a quick grapple in order to make the cycle. Like if you jump and turn around and hit the grapple at the same time, like it'll do a quick turn into the grapple, and that just gives you just enough time to grab the spider as it's rising up. I didn't like that jump. Also, I actually remembered that token. Usually I like just go straight in because I'm like, oh wow, I gotta go. But I'm like, oh, where's that 5 tokens that I missed? It's right there. Usually. Anyway, no vehicle for this one. We're just going fast. Kind of showing off your ability to jump and say woohoo a lot. Now it's almost time for the public service announcement, but first I have to go up here. Okay, so going into this pipe, it's time for the public service announcement. Please do not feed trolls. So there's a ticket that's hidden in his nether regions, and you just have to fish it out. Oh, hello? Okay. I'm gonna grab these tokens so I can do the any percent strats for that instead of trying the dumb strat. Hello? Okay. I made it up eventually. Okay, good. Sometimes that boost just likes to screw you up sometimes. And now it's the top floor. We got the Spider Rider is our vehicle here. This is by far the scariest part of the run. I'm going to be taking a ton of damage, and I will most likely die before I actually do everything properly. I mean, I'm gonna try to do this without dying, but there's stupid things like that that'll happen, and you just won't be able to make it to the end. It just happens sometimes. So these tongues you can actually like jump on while they're in the wall, so you don't actually have to wait for the cycles. Also, this platform I'm on, I'm not going to comment what it looks like. Right here, I'm just taking a little safety, just because I know I already got hit, so I'm taking that health back. And this actually acts as a warp to get back to the top floor. So just in case I do die, I have that just in case. Here, I'm gonna get a head start into the water. The water hurts, but, you know, I can still make it to where I need to go before I take too much damage. Long grapple there skips, like, the entire section. And now it's time for the hardest part. Getting underneath this claw. Oh, yo, 1 HP, that's good. So there's another claw on the other side, so we're only halfway there. And doing this in first person is so much easier because you turn so much faster between left and right. If you do it in third person, it's really bad. You can jump over this fence here, but for safety, I'm gonna go over here. This one, I don't like to try for the jumps, just because if you fall, there's the, like, electric water. I don't even know if it's electric, it's just, like, really obnoxiously colored. Alright, let's try and get the second one here. Nope. Okay. Did I? Oh man, dude! I didn't grab it. Okay. And got it. Okay. Still got a decent amount of HP. That's good. That's not good. So... this game is turned into Shadow of the Colossus. So I have to scale the Colossus, get the ticket at the top. That skips like a bombing section where you have to bomb the monster's eyes, and it lowers down, and then you can grab onto, you can get on top, whatever. I'm doing a little setup here, trying to get that token without going over. And now, for the most scary part of the run, I'm gonna take a lot of damage most likely. And I'm really bad at getting through this. Go ahead. Okay. This is not good. Okay, that's good, that's good, okay. I'll take it. Alright, I have, what, one extra to take? Yeah, okay. We're good, we're good, we're good, we did it. So if I died any time before that, I would have had to redo pretty much all of that. There is a skip for me to get straight to the end that we do in any percent. But it's still, like, really obnoxious. This little section is, like, actually, like, really difficult for being an auto-scroller. So, I don't know if you noticed, there's a purple token hidden, like, right there. I need to grab that and do it in one cycle, like that. That's actually, like, one of the harder things to do properly. There are backups in case you do, like, screw that up. But you still have to wait for this cycle over here, and this cycle is tied to that cycle. Oh wow, I didn't mean to take damage there, but whatever. So yeah, like Cracker Bean's saying in chat, we're about to go to the so-called, like, final boss area. But, in 100%, the run does not end after this. We still have a whole nother world to go to. Or, I should say, a whole new world. You'll understand when we get there.
I was ready to say it if you didn't.
So this area is basically like a gauntlet through all of the worlds that we've been to previously. If you die at any point during this, you have to restart from the beginning. So it's kind of scary, but at the same time, we have a ton of HP, so we should be okay. I got the blue for good luck. Sometimes you can get through there without getting colored at all. But just like before, we have to color ourselves at the same color as the guard. But we can actually skip that by using a damage boost. Hello? What? I don't even know what hit me there. Like, I guess I must have, like, just not... I don't know. That was weird. So yeah, you can skip that guard by a damage boost. It's kind of difficult to do, but it's not terribly bad. The way it works is like at the beginning of your iframes and at the end of your iframes, rocket gets boosted a little bit higher, a little bit more than normal. And that was actually kind of scary. A fan there. So, water puzzles. Remember freeze ray being broken? Yeah. It's a thing. I just skipped that entire pool puzzle. Like, you're supposed to, like, go around this, like, lava pillar thing there. I don't know. It's supposed to be, like, actually difficult. But yeah, I could skip the whole thing. Also, this area we kind of haven't seen before, because this is from the world that we have to go to still. But magnets. I love magnets. I also love skipping using magnets. It's probably faster for me to do it normally at this point, but I skip it. Yay. Now it's time for Magnet 2. This time we got ourselves a companion cube, and we're going to make our way up. Okay. Round 2. Let's go. There we go. So that's kind of like a Half-Life 2 strat. Basically, you grab an item, a box underneath you, and you grapple it, jump, let go, repeat ad nauseum until you gain enough height. The tricky part is making sure that you still have the item underneath you, because the way the physics work in this game, it just like gets tossed around because you're trying to grab it and you're trying to like pull it to your side every time that you grab it. So it like, you have to kind of like correct for that sometimes. It's really, really inconsistent sometimes. Dude, like that, I don't know what makes it work sometimes. Sometimes I get it like first try, sometimes I get it like 30th try. So this is a little puzzle here. What Rocket is doing is he's actually rotating the platform underneath him with his wheel. So the thing around me is stationary. I'm rotating. I'm still moving, but I'm just rotating the floor. Really cool mechanic. Only used that one time. And then this is the spider. Say goodbye to the spider. You're supposed to break all the legs, but you can actually get up here without breaking any of the legs. But it's really, really difficult. If you get hit by one of the legs, they usually send you flying off into the edge, and you take 2 damage. You don't take just 1 because, let me get up here. Okay. You take 2 because you get hit by the leg, and then you fall into the pit, so you take another one. Right there I did a little reset to get onto the second one. Just a little bit earlier than you're supposed to. Doesn't really save too much time unless you do like the reset here. I haven't practiced it and I really don't want to, because if you fall all the way back down and blah blah blah. And here's the final boss of the game. It's a giant ball, flaming ball of doom, flaming sphere of doom, but it's not finished. So there's a bunch of spots that aren't flaming. So, and there's a giant strip in the middle that's safe. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna help the ball move along, give it some momentum, and we're just gonna let it roll. And then after we hit that wall there, there's going to be a little cutscene. It's normally the end of the game, but there's still more to come. So if there's something to talk about right now, now's probably a good time.
Well, I just want to remind you guys about the incentives we have. You can make Spike sing a song. We have Africa by Toto. We have a whole new world. I'll make a man out of you. I like this one. You're welcome and one jump ahead. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you can donate for him to sing another song of your choosing. I don't know if that's the case, but what's the case is that for this Kingdom Hearts incentive, more than one song can and will be sung. So even if your donation is not ahead, you can always donate for your favorite one that you'll be singing later. Later on, we have Castlevania Rondo of Blood to save Richter's waifu, is what it's written over here, and it is $50 out of 100. So there's $50 more for that. And Super Metroid, we have Save and Kill the Animals. We've killed the animals at $50 and saved the animals at $8.24. So keep on donating.
So in here, I'm doing a little skip to skip like 90% of this puzzle. This puzzle is like super easy regardless, but you just use the long shot, long grapple, grapple aim, whatever you want to call it, and hit that switch. Also, I'm bad and didn't re-grab. You can re-grab his nose as you exit, like as the world loads in. Wait, I missed one. I was like, where's the other thing? Okay. I have to wait for this cloud to come back. It's like, that's not the right cloud. It's supposed to take this one over here. So these screws can screw me. Luckily, they decided they wanted to cooperate today. I have had... Oh, wait, there's another one. I was like, wait, what? Alright. I have had suicidal screws before. But now it's time for the final world, Arabian Flights. Or, as most people want to call it, Aladdin. So in this room here, I came up with a really dumb strat. It's really dumb. I hate it. I hate that I came up with it. But you can skip throwing a bomb at the second target here, and it's really dumb. Oh, I almost had it. There we go. Second try. More use of freeze ray being broken. Also, this dude over here is like legit scary. I don't know why, but like for some reason he does like 20 damage. That's like a joke, but he does like 4 damage to you, and it's really scary. Hello? There we go. And now we have another water puzzle. What did I say about water puzzles earlier? Oh yeah, we can skip them. This one's supposed to be like really, really challenging because you have to go back and forth, but like, we don't really need water puzzles. Also, the guy in here loves to snipe me, like that. Hello? Okay. I almost got sucked into the whirlpool there. So that's why I was spamming the freeze ray. I don't know where the dude is. I'm like scared. Okay. I'm not scared anymore. So a lot of this world is just going around and flying around on your magic carpet. I'm gonna throw some bombs at this tower to raise the platform. Oh my god, dude. He almost knocked me off. Alright, so this section right here is really, really difficult. I have to go between these propeller towers in order, and there's a time limit for each one. I have to hit the switch before the time runs out. However, I also have to collect some tokens while I'm doing so. So that's what makes this kind of difficult. Luckily, some of them are like kind of quick, so it's not too bad. But I need to set up like right on the edge here, so that way I'm ready to go. Because this last one is the toughest one. So I need to get this purple token, and then I need to get a couple tokens up on the middle here. And if time runs out before you hit the button, even though you're on the platform, it pushes you out. It pushes you out and you have to redo everything. It's really, really, really bad. Oh, I didn't get the token. Hello? Token? Alright, I'm gonna, like, go up here. That way I know I have enough height. Alright, so this section here is really, really weird. Because of the overhead view, it's really hard to tell when you actually land on the platforms. So sometimes I'll just jump a little too early, I believe, and it'll, like, eat my jump. Or sometimes Rocket's, like, shock thing where he can't jump right after he lands will eat my jump. Hello? Okay. And here is where we're supposed to learn about magnets for the first time. But since we've already done JoJo's World, we already know about magnets and how useless they are. Because we don't need magnets. I have no idea how magnets work. So I activated the machine, which activated the air under the balls there. And now it's time to play a different game. We're going back to Superman 64, for real this time. We're actually flying through rings. Now hopefully we can fly through these rings properly. Otherwise, I believe Lex wins. And we don't want Lex to win, dude. I also need to collect a token. Holy moly. Right here. Back it up. Hello? Okay. Hello? Okay, there we go. There's our last health upgrade. And now this is a puzzle you're supposed to go in color wheel order from red to green. I missed the cycle, okay. So, the eagle dives once per run. Right when you go by the magnets, like if you're following him, he'll dive. Otherwise, he just circles at the top. And now it's time to do the final area of the world. Hello? What? I got stuck. Also, I'm like really dumb because I forgot to do the thing. That's okay. So here I'm gonna try and get this platform to stay so that way I can get back on it. There we go. Wasn't as pretty as it could be, but allowed me to get back up there, preventing me from doing another cycle. And now, from this point forward, if... Holy moly, that was really low. From this point forward, if I get sucked into the wind, I have to redo all that setup. So I don't want to have to do that. But just letting you know, time will be coming up very, very shortly. I just have to get through a couple of these fan sections and then I'll grab the last ticket and that'll be time. I feel like I can make that cycle, but I don't want to risk it, especially since I'd have to restart the entire fan tower section again if I do. So I can skip this last little bit here, and time. Yo, what was my final time?
I'm still waiting. I see 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 48 seconds.
Yo, that I believe that's a PB by like 10 seconds or so.
Nice, dude.
So, credits, not real like normal credits. It's just a giant room with developers on screws. And like you can grab them and like their faces change and stuff. It's really cool.